Hello and welcome to my new build. I hope you're all having a great day. So today we are making an observatory. So at the moment I am just landscaping the little mountain which I want the observatory to sit on, and made it 3 layers high, sort of, because observatories always have to be situated on top of a mountain. And I thought I'd make an observatory because I've not really made anything like that before in The Sims, and I really like space, and I've spent the last 2 years sort of using space and in particular black holes to create artwork on with the course that I was doing my masters with, which was really exciting, and I got to go to a load of amazing places and be part of a load of great things. I got to go to CERN, which was an amazing experience and something that I will always remember. The thing about making an observatory is, of course, in The Sims you cannot make anything round. So I was using the octagonal, however you say that, starting block, and sort of trying to make the roofs so it's cool or dome-like as possible, which was quite hard because the glitch came back again that I couldn't see the roofs. I had no idea what it was going to look like, so I reloaded the game, and that was the cut in the video, and actually decided to I got back in and could see it again. So using the sort of normal roofs and curving them so they cover each other in a little cross, and then I decided to flip that roof around because it wasn't really working with the exposed part at the end, and sort of trying to create that spherical look. And we, as part of the course, we actually got to go to the Mill Hill Observatory that's in London, and it's owned by the UCL College. And then we got to have a tour around and have a look in the telescopes. And it was quite a sunny day, so we managed to observe the sun using an outside telescope. Which is one of the things that I miss in The Sims 4, is that you can't have your own little telescope for The Sims to use. You have to use the giant one, which I have scaled up to put in that build, so you can't actually use it. So if you wanted to have a functioning telescope, then you'll have to put your own in. And for the inside of the observatory, I sort of want to make it quite scientific looking, but sort of normally all the observatories are quite old, so I kind of wanted a mix between having the modern sort of monitors and seats and the microscope, and having sort of a more shabbier inside. Just kind of testing what walls. I really like these like breeze block concrete blocks that I decided to use in the end, and using the space wall paintings that you can get when you actually observe things through the telescope, and scaling them up so it looks like they've actually taken pictures from space, and sort of using the ones that look like bar graphs to sort of readings they might have found out in the space that they are trying to observe. I use quite a lot of the get together club things with all the rockets on as sort of their little for the observatory. I was scaling up the unlockable little satellites there, because I don't have get to work, which comes with some more satellites. So if you did want to add any more of the satellites, if you did have not get to work, whatever they are, then you can do that, and sort of adding in some little rugs about that are space themed, because there's not actually that many space themed things in the game at the moment, which is disappointing. There's only the astronaut career as well, I think. And yeah, and I was trying to think of stuff to add landscaping wise, and I realized that you couldn't, because they're different layers, so they're technically floors, that you couldn't use the landscaping tool. So I decided to use the little pathways and sort of creating their own little sort of nature park that it might be situated in. And sort of now I'm going to build a little house, like a team house that they could come out from the observatory, because it always gets cold in observatories. They're never well heated and they don't have any like functional things. So this would be for them to have a break and wait. If it's a like rainy day, then you wouldn't be able to look at the night sky. And if they had any, because normally the observatories like around London and the area normally do like open evenings, especially for Stargazing Live, which is a TV program that we have over here, that sort of they do days which you can go to local observatories and sort of interact with the sort of club members. The telescope, and they have one set up so you could see Jupiter, and like in the winter you're able to see all the full moons when you look through. And just building the kitchen, I went for that sparkly background on the back of the kitchen so that it resembles a space looking scape at the back. And sort of trying to fit in all the amenities because it's quite a small build, and sort of they need places to sit down and eat and just chill out, watch some TV, and sort of adding a bookshelf, I think, as well. Yeah, and pick out the space, the star, what are they called? Curtains. The star curtains are sort of sticking with that spacey theme. And I'm going to do some, yeah, make a little barbecue area for when it is nicer and your Sims want to have their food outside. And then I start landscaping it so that it was more like a national park type of thing. So the observatory itself would be situated in a park area which was open to the rest to wander around and have a look in. So I was just adding a little car park out the front and scaling up the different various cars that we have in the game and trying to make it look realistic so everyone's appropriately parked. And then I was adding the get together bollards for where the path is so the cars don't run over the people as they try and exit the car park. I also add in some signage about, say, what would be where the information about how old the observatory is and what they're actually looking for in the sky. And I used a lot of these various trees to make it as dense as possible and sort of adding some of the ruin sort of textures and stones that you got in the get together. And I'm going to create a little sort of picnic area, barbecue area for when people come and visit, and using the space tables from the toddler stuff pack I thought fitted this build very well. And adding some barbecues and some little table decorations. I think add some benches as well for people to sit down and just enjoy the natural environment. And then I go into the sort of terrain paint tool, walking through the area and sort of making their own natural paths through the environment. And yeah, so that is the little observatory building, adding the wildflowers around because it looked a bit bare up the top, and sort of adding bushes because there was a lot of cliff edges and I didn't really know what to do with them because I didn't want to scale up the rocks too much. And a little tour round of what it looks like from the top, and my sim, they're playing and seeing what data can be found the tree and giving a little tour of what it's like inside. So I hope you enjoyed that and thank you for watching. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.